and I thought I'd do a little bit of a day in the life video of what is it like on my day where I'm going to try and see Ant-Man and the Wasp. Actually, I have 2 goals for today. Goal number 1, see Ant-Man and the Wasp. Item number 2, I'm not on the press list. Therefore, I want to talk to the people at the press screening to see if I can get the contact name of the person I need to contact about getting on the press list. 3:05, I decided to skip over about 4 hours of work since it was the same as the 4 hours before that. So back home, as we return home. Well, hello, who's there? My wife apparently ordered me a souvenir from her trip from last week. What is it? What is this thing?
Well, it's a surprise. What do you mean?
It's just a surprise?
Well, I figured I could find it on site, and I couldn't find it on site. So then
You thought at Serve Pro you were gonna find you had a specific.
Disney World.
Oh, you were at Disney
Universal.
World. So you had okay. So she was at Disney World, staying there for Serve Pro convention.
Yeah.
And so you thought you were gonna find me something.
Yeah, and then I found it.
So this is what I'm confused by what this is. So we've got our box, and inside. Oh. Sexy Ian Malcolm Funko Pop. I know exactly where this can go.
No, it's not gonna live there.
Right up here on my shelf.
I was thinking maybe like your office.
So we've got over here Sexy Bob Ross,
That's
and now
fine.
Sexy Ian Malcolm. So I recently actually hung my lights up from the ceiling. And this has mostly been great because it means I don't have stands right here in front of me. But it's had the negative consequence that this light right here in the middle, which used to be kind of right at my eye level and would fully light my face without shadows, it's now about 1 foot above my head, and that means it shoots down, so it kind of shoots shadows on my eyes, so it has second light, all sorts of other things involving lighting. So I had to order this extra arm right here before we head out to see Ant-Man, do a little bit of upgrading on my set. But yeah, now I have a setup where my lights are where they need to be. So fun times, being productive today. Alrighty, it is 4:22. I took a shower, I changed clothes, I exfoliated my face, and tried to look nice and pretty for the big night tonight. Whenever I go out in public, at things that'll be like crowded openings, I try and put on collared shirts and things like that. You know, when I have a job where I actually wear a literal blue collar, carry things out in the hot Texas sun, I like to try and look nice for certain types of things. So tonight, Ant-Man and the Wasp, gonna try and look nice. Now I might have to sit outside in a line for 2 hours since I'm leaving 3 hours before the movie starts to try and see how this goes, but it's the total opposite end of town. Might have to drive through some traffic, but hopefully I'll be there about 2 hours early, so when I get in the line for this deal that I can get a good spot so we can definitely get in to see the movies. So I've made it to the theater. It's at Barton Creek Mall, which I have not been to in about 20 years, so pretty exciting. All right, so I've been here about an hour. My friend just arrived so I can run back out to my car. And the line is surprisingly short, so I'm probably gonna get in, which is pretty exciting, and get to talk to people at the table to figure out how to get on the list. But yeah, it's the line's outside. And it's 100 degrees, so that whole like, yeah, I like to go out and, you know, look presentable and look nice, and that was a terrible idea. I should have worn like really short shorts, flip-flops, and a thin t-shirt because it is so hot outside. We have to check our phones, so you can either put it in your car or you can have them take it. So I'm gonna put it in my car. So last update until either after the movie or when I discover I'm not getting into the movie. So as you can see from the light, a couple hours have passed. I did get in to see Ant-Man and the Wasp, and equally important, I got the email address for the rep who does Disney movies in the Austin area. All right, everybody, so I've made it home through my long day. To give you the actual rundown of what happened at the movie, so and wife, if you want to listen, so I'd have to repeat myself. We can talk about it once I'm done. But so I got there, And the line was really short because not on the press list just yet, but hence why I'm trying to get the email. And it was real short, which was shocking to me because it's a Marvel movie. And so got in it and waited there for like 30 minutes, and only a handful of people ended up behind me in line, which is just mind-blowing because normally these deals are just wrapped around the block. All of us get in, which normally the line's so long, a bunch of people don't get. Everybody gets in, and there's still half the theater is empty. 2/3 of the theater's empty. I mean, tons of empty seats for this movie. I've never seen this happen before at one of these screenings. It was very weird. Also fun detail, the guy in front of us in line was the stereotypical redneck Texan. Dumb, just know-it-all, obnoxious. I couldn't talk to my buddy right in front of me because this guy in front of me was so loud. And then so we get in the theater, and he's seated right behind us. And the movie's about to start, and it says, 3D, put your glasses on. And no joke, the guy goes, 3D? What does 3D even mean? Puts his glasses on, he's like, I don't even see anything different, because nothing was 3D yet. And then they do like their 3D demonstration, and this guy just starts, what in the... And just every obnoxious obscenity you can imagine, just saying. And he's there with his wife and kid. And he's just obnoxiously yelling. The movie starts immediately, like no trailers. And the guy keeps talking and keeps cussing. So my buddy next to me tells him, shut up. So he stops talking at normal volume and he's whispering, but he whispers throughout the entire movie, just as obnoxious as can be. And he's like, I'm never doing another 3D movie again. And just keeps on doing this stuff the whole movie. Just obnoxious. So the movie gets out, and I'm leaving, and my buddy goes to me, didn't you tell me you were just as excited about talking to someone about getting on the list as you were about the movie? I was like, oh, yeah. Who do I need to talk to? Because he's much more in the know on these things than I am when it comes to the press screenings and stuff. And he's like, talk to that guy right there. So I walk up to the guy, and, hey, man, got a channel? I'm on a lot of the other press lists. I don't have the Disney ones. Do you know who I need to talk to? And he goes, let me look it up. He gave me the email address. So now I've got a person to try and contact and get on, figure out what I need to do to qualify to be on the list. And maybe I'm already qualified and just need to get on the list. And maybe there's a little bit something they need me to do, but I will do whatever I need to do. So anyway, that's my story from everything. I wish I had more video from it, but I didn't want to be on a line being obnoxious. And then they took up our phones when we got to the theater, so I don't have any footage from being in there. Otherwise, I could have taken a picture of the guy, picture with that guy, and, you know, you could get a visual of what an actual obnoxious Texan looks like.